Hello and welcome, I'm Kira the Scrivener, and today I am celebrating my birthday, so I'm going to do my dear friend's Margaret's tag, and she did an original tag for her 1 year anniversary last year, and this year it's not my anniversary, that was in May, but I do have a birthday today, so I thought that I would do this because I thought it was lovely, and I've been waiting for a chance to do it ever since she did it last year. So anyone who wants to do this based on your birthday or your anniversary or just randomly, feel free to do this. I think this is a lovely tag. I love when we're able to take things and create it into our own little fun little world or whatever. So this I'm just going to be saying things randomly based on the questions. And the first question is, everyone knows that the first detail you sort out is the location. What fictional place would you like as the setting for your party? Okay, there's only one answer to this. Well, there's many answers, but the one that I'm going to choose is Nevermore, and this is based on the novel and the beautiful, beautiful place set by Jessica Townsend. And this series is a middle grade series that I fell in love with this year, and it is extraordinary, and it's like wacky. It puts like Harry Potter to shame with just like the nostalgia. Like I've read this as an adult, and I still feel such a nostalgia and beauty and like just craziness, like the Brawley train where they're just like grabbing, like the way they have public transportation is you just like grab an umbrella and hook it onto a Brawley train, and somehow gravity just works out. And like there's other moments when there's like, and he just casually started walking up the wall, and it's just so cool and weird and just ever changing and beautiful, and I adore the place, and I really would love to like visit, if not live there forever and ever. So question number 2 is, what character would you like to plan your birthday party? And this is good because I am terrible at planning. Like I can plan like things like which books I want to read, but when it comes to activities, I'm just like, I don't know, let's go to a place and have fun and be adventurous. So I thought of Millard Nettings, and this is a guy from Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and he's an invisible, so he's kind of like obsessed with details and also clothing. And like the first book he spends like just like remembering and documenting every little moment that happens to every single person in the town that they live in. Well, it has been like 80 years, but it is a very, very cool way to just kind of see how their world operates, and I think that he would be an amazing party planner because attention to detail is something that I just do not have. And then we have the next question is, what would you like your theme to be? And for this I was like, I don't know what I would really want the theme from a book, and then I thought of Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I love murder mystery parties. I think they're fabulous, especially when you get to like dress up and act the part and be all dramatic. And I've never ever been picked as the murderer, but 10 times out of 10 I'm able to convince at least half of the room to vote for me as the murderer, and then I just figure out the murder in the back of my head, and I adore it. And this is a book that literally ended with me screaming. Like I don't think I've screamed ever in the book, but just the way that this book ends is just a great like morality question and the world question, and I just adore it so much. And I think that it would be a great murder mystery, and just also just like doing a murder mystery at all as a birthday party. Adore that. The next question is, no birthday is complete without a cake, except for when you're gluten intolerant. Yeah. But who you choose to bake your thing, and for this I have to pick Amani Santiago from With Fire on High. Man, like I relate to her so much because like I love cooking and she's wonderful. I don't know how much she cooks. If I want to cook, I would probably pick like Catherine from Heartless, but like I like Amani way, way better. So if they can battle it out, have like a great bake-off thing from the fantastical and contemporary world, it'd be very interesting. But yeah, Amani is amazing, and I could think that she would make beautiful anything, and it would always be like a little spiced up, and I enjoy that because following recipes while cooking is just, you just don't do that. Yeah. And then the next question is 3 foods you would like to take from fictional worlds, and it is weird because I've worked as a cook and like a chef for a lot of my adult life, pretty much my entire adult, like I've like worked other jobs, but like that consistently as part-time jobs. So yeah, I don't really pay that much attention to food in novels. I know it's weird, but one that I consistently makes me hungry. And talking about nostalgia, like we have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So I first started reading this when I was 18 or 19. First time I started reading when I was 19. It just makes me really hungry. Like I would have to stop in between all of these books to just try to find these food. I would like look up on, I'd be like listening to the audiobook, and I would just like start typing in things to find recipes for it to see if I could make it. And I did make butterbeer. I made butterbeer, and I made pumpkin juice. I would love especially pumpkin juice because I love pumpkin stuff. It's wonderful, and I did make it, but I feel like it would be way better at Harry Potter and Hogwarts and all of that. And then treacle. Treacle is just like not a thing that's very common in like Canada, and I tried making it and it just didn't go back well. So the next question is, which items would you like that are fictional for gifts? And I kind of like cheated on this because like I'm not a huge like materialistic person unless you're gonna give me books. And the first one is a book. I would love, 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 love to read an Imperial in fiction. If you don't get that reference, it is the incomplete, beautiful novel that Hazel Grace Lancaster is obsessed with in The Fault in Our Stars, and it sounds like a book that I would love. From memory, it's about potato farmer, some kind of farmer who like falls in love with the mother of the girl who has a terminal illness, and then it just ends, and Hazel is just obsessed with finding out the ending, and it's a lot about like the death of the author and all of that, which I don't believe in, and I probably actually would be because I love like vague answers. It's just, it gives me a lot to think about, and I just adore it that way. But I would love to read that book because it sounds like I would love it. And then the second one is, I would love a horned Pegasus. I would also like a proper name for horned Pegasus. I've had rants about this before, but like an alicorn is from My Little Pony and it does not count. You need a name for a flying horse who's a unicorn, because winged unicorn, horned Pegasus, like there should be just a name about it, you know? And I would like one of those because I would say dragons, but I will not admit that dragons aren't real. So yeah. And then also I would like Nova Artino's My Dear from Renegade's ability to not sleep, because that would be great. Like so, so great. And then last but certainly not least, who fictional people would I like to invite to my party? And it's like groups, especially. There's definitely individual. I can go on a very, very long list of that. But I think that the people that they said, I thought of the Raven Boys because I just finished rereading the first book, and man, it's so good. Like the Raven Boys and Blue, like please just let us hang out and talk about like all things. I feel like I would get along with them great. And then I also thought of the Gilded Wolves because a lot of them are nerds and just great and funny, and I think it would be lovely, and they would love a murder mystery party. I think all of them would. And then there's like tag your bookish people. Like I hate picking favorites. Don't make me do this. Plus, I don't know when people are doing this, so just do it whenever. Happy reading and writing, and I will see you very, very soon. I hope you have a fantastic day, and tell me one thing that you do as a tradition on your birthday each and every year.